Good afternoon from Hackensack. So we're making a little cabin fever here during the coronavirus pandemic. Did an errand today, but basically we're staying home and cooking. This is a recipe from the New York Times, roasted potatoes with tuna and anchovies. Okay, a little correction, roasted potatoes with anchovies and tuna. We're trying to make this a little healthier than the version in the Times, which is a pantry-friendly recipe during the time when everybody's got to stay home. For example, the 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, we're not using that. We're going to use, we used a couple of tablespoons of butter substitute, and then olive oil, add anchovies to that, chopped, and garlic, capers. That's the sauce. So the potatoes, which have to be boiled, potatoes are boiled for about 40 minutes. She calls for fingerling potatoes or baby potatoes. We didn't have either. We had regular potatoes. I may not have cut them up small enough, but toast that with olive oil and salt. Goes into the oven. Okay, so about 45 minutes later in a 425-degree oven, the potatoes are roasted nicely, and there are a few more steps to follow here. They have you melting the butter in a small pot with anchovies and capers, and browning the butter till it's nutty, then adding garlic. Supposed to pour that over the potatoes, and then add the tuna or beans if you want to make this vegan or vegetarian, and toss well. I'm going to add the fish and then add the dressing on top. So here's 2 cans of mackerel, a can of tuna, and a can of sardines. The sardines and mackerel have olive oil in them. The tuna had water, so I drained that. I'm left-handed, so I guess it's getting in the way here. And the next step is to pour the butter, or in my case oil preparation with faux butter. So I'm going to spoon that over. Since there's plenty of oil in the pan, and maybe reserve some of this for another recipe. So this is olive oil, butter, anchovies, capers, and well, I might as well use all of it. And now we have the lemon juice to taste. It's pretty complicated for a recipe, pantry recipe, but typical of the Times. So some freshly cracked black pepper. We don't have the soft fresh herbs, so we're using some dried dill here. And there's some Italian seasoning here. These are marjoram, rosemary, a few other Italian dried herbs. I like cumin on a lot of my recipes, a Middle Eastern spice. It's in Latino cooking as well. I have some celery leaves here. and then scallions. That's it. So this is roasted potatoes with anchovies, tuna, and in my case sardines and mackerel, lemon juice, and roasted potatoes. Enjoy. So there it is, plated. It's like some nice crunchy potatoes, seafood. Enjoy.